the wonderful city of Hyderabad, the city of hopes and dreams in this year's I-League 2023-2024 season, because it is the home of Sreenidi Deccan FC. Third the season before last, second last season. Is this the year that the championship is brought back to the Deccan Arena? And welcome to the Deccan Arena in Hyderabad for Sreenidi Deccan Football Club versus NEROCA FC, where, as it suggests, they will be playing like champions and trying to get the coveted I-League title. As we see the players arriving a few hours before kickoff, we also had a word with both the team coaches, specifically Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto, who will be speaking to us in a couple of seconds' time. We will hear what he has to say as they chase this year's I-League title and are perhaps favourites as well.
In the I-League. I was a coach in Malaysia for 26 years. That means this is my first experience in India. That means I want to see how the I-League centered. But I team in I-League. I hope my team will do good as a teamwork. We will win today the game.
NEROCA had two tough games last year against Sreenidi Deccan, where the results you might say were not favourable. So what would your approach would be for today's game?
Because you must understand, because I don't know about the Indian I-League teams, like these teams also, Sreenidi also, I don't know. But we prepare, at least we came here, because I got a 3 away game, okay? At least home game, at least I can settle down. There's 3 away game, and we came play here turf. This is a cause sometime, at least my players, we play in the grass and we came here play the turf. And I hope my player will play, and at least we get 1 point is a bonus.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir, and all the very best.
Okay.
That was Jacob Joseph, the head coach of NEROCA FC. Spent a lot of time in Malaysian football. As we take a look at the in-depth changing rooms this season as well, something brand new that we've brought for you. And Sreenidi Deccan, of course, playing host to NEROCA. It will be in the Deccan Arena, which is a turf, which Jacob Joseph has pointed out. He would love 1 point at least on the road. And Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto, the Portuguese coach in charge of Sreenidi Deccan, also had a word with us, and I'm sure they will be eager to start off this season with 3 points at home against the NEROCA side, who finished 10th in last season's I-League campaign. So let's hear what he had to say as well ahead of this first matchup for either of the sides.
First of all, last season, Sreenidi had a fantastic run in the I-League, came in second. What are you looking to do differently this season to get that one more step?
We try again. We will work hard to get a good results and a good place on the table. We know that for that we have to believe in our process. We start to build one process last season. Also, I guess we did a very good pre-season. We prepared the team well, and we are ready to compete. So we know that we have to keep the focus and big commitment, because we will be a tough league. Because other opponents also they are good.
Are you excited to start this year's campaign with a home game? Also, today's opponents gave a tough fight last season. Expecting a tough game today as well?
Yes, always. Last season we played 3 times against NEROCA, 2 times for the league, 1 for the Super Cup. We beat them 3 times, but was always difficult. So it's a tough match. They know that we are a good team at home also. And I guess that they will try to get some point here, but we will work to win this match.
Thank you so much, coach, and all the very best.
Thank you so much.
As Coach Pinto said, Sreenidi Deccan have had the number of NEROCA in the last season, including a Super Cup victory as well. That was the NEROCA team just warming up. As we take a look at Sreenidi Deccan Football Club's starting 11, Ubaid CK will be between the sticks. Shaitesh Faisal and David Castaneda Munoz, definitely two players to watch out for. And of course, Rosenberg Gabriel, the Indian talent rather. And let's not forget Rilwan Hussain from Nigeria, who will also be a handful for the NEROCA defense. For the Sreenidi Deccan defense, of course, we do have Eli Sabia, the Brazilian, Abhishek Ambedkar, Jagdeep Singh, and Pawan Kumar. So a fairly experienced backline as well for the Deccan Warriors. There is Pawan Kumar, the number 5, just getting ready, and David Castaneda Munoz. What a season he had last season, 15 goals and 7 assists, and he will be ready to go this time as well, as NEROCA FC start with Metai Soram in between the sticks, and lots of foreigners on their display as well. Sushil Mete will be leading the line, as he is the skipper. David Simbo, the defender from Sierra Leone, will be one to watch out for, as well as Marius Leka. As we take a look at the officials for today, and the players have arrived on this wonderful turf facility, the Deccan Arena in Hyderabad. And a quick greeting for both sets of players with the officials, as I take the opportunity to introduce my co-commentator for this afternoon, Rohit Ganguly. Welcome, Rohit. We saw a couple of games yesterday. What are you looking forward in today's game?
Thank you, Liam, in the first place, and also a very good evening to everyone watching this game. Talking about today's encounter, what we witnessed yesterday, of course, the hype will be at an all-time high. And at the same time, considering the strength, considering the midfield strength of both these sides, we would really expect almost a similar momentum to be replicated today as well. So with all said and done, let's just cross our fingers for another crackler of an encounter.
Exactly what I will be looking forward to as well. The midfield battle will be interesting with Faisal, Romavia and Maya for Sreenidi Deccan. They look to be playing a 4-3-3 formation, so it might be slightly stretched as well from their point of view. But it will also be interesting to see how NEROCA line up after what was not the best of seasons last year.
Well, to be honest, if you take a closer look at NEROCA's lineup, they have got a good blend of youth and experience. The likes of Haider Awara coming in, leading that attacking unit of theirs. Alongside him will be David Simbo. In terms of experience, of course, David Simbo is a defender. So in terms of experience, David Simbo will also be trying to rally the troops. But talking about the Indian sensations up their order, they have got the likes of Olen. They have got the likes of Sushil as well, their captain. So they will have to play a very crucial role in shaping up the team's engine room. Because once again, if that engine room works out for them, then NEROCA FC can be a real thorn in the flesh of their opposition.
The final words for either side as we prepare for match number 3 of the I-League 23-24 season. Two wonderful games yesterday, which we had the pleasure of calling, especially the second one, where Gokulam Kerala and Interkashi had a 2-2 draw. And of course, Sreenidi Deccan would have had one eye on that encounter. Of course, they would have definitely looked at Gokulam Kerala as one of the challengers. How important it is for Sreenidi Deccan to try and start off with 3 points, especially at home today.
I think if they can start with a victory, that will be like a message to all other teams. Ideally, you want to start your tournament with 3 full points. That helps you to build your momentum. That helps you to build your confidence. And here we go. We are live once again from the Deccan Arena for the first time in this year's I-League. And In your frame, attacking from the left to the right in their signature orange and green stripes is Sreenidi Deccan Football Club, wherein coming on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in white, is NEROCA FC.
A great occasion once again at the Deccan Arena. It always is when the teams line up here. Nice ambience as well. Lots of greenery around the pitch, which is always important. As we see NEROCA trying to move forward. It's a decent move towards the left-hand side. Nongamba moves it forward. And now speaking about NEROCA FC, didn't have the best of seasons last year. Finished in 10th position and just 8 points ahead of the 11th place side Kenkre, who eventually got relegated. So it's so important for them to at least get a point here, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, what their coach said, Jacob Joseph, that they're looking forward for a point. Ideally, I believe if you're starting the tournament on a note where your ideal objective is to snatch a point, then there is a high probability that NEROCA FC may try and just play defensive up front. Because we know that Sreenidi Deccan can be really a tough team to beat, particularly with the likes of David Castaneda coming in and leading, spearheading that attacking unit of theirs. Things can be really challenging. Attacking all the way from the left, Sreenidi Deccan trying to look for that opening infringement of the afternoon. But eventually that has been taken care of. It goes out for a throw-in.
Yeah, it was very interesting to note what Jacob Joseph, the coach of NEROCA FC, said. 1 point would be good, of course, and he hasn't got too much of an idea about Indian football. Spent a lot of time in Malaysia, above 25 years in his coaching career, so this will be a big challenge for him. And that's why he would like his team to just start off steady rather than anything else. Here they come trying to attack but move backwards. Not too much of an option there for Sejal Bug. But a decent start for NEROCA, just holding onto the ball a bit. David Simbo looks like he's moving slightly into the midfield.
David Simbo is pretty good at that actually. David Simbo can be that nice bridge. He can play that defensive mid as a wonderful option. So that is why David Simbo can be a very good addition to your side. It's not just about being the centre back. It's about going up and down. And to be honest, in Indian football, we have seen the likes of Douglas De Silva, the likes of Sule Musa doing this kind of roles. Ideally for defenders like these, when they go up, they also have this awareness that what's happening to their own defence. So the moment they go up, they also enhance the attacking flair of the side, alongside which he can also fall back very quickly, given his speed, given his stature, and bolster their defensive integrity.
Yeah, it can be a very big role for him to play, moving up and down and giving that stability, especially when you've got Marius and Balwinder as the centre backs behind you. So that should be a good battle to look forward to. Here come NEROCA again, trying to get something into that attacking area. But always moving back though, trying to build from behind. Here's Balwinder, plays it to Olen, who finally puts the ball into the box. It's a decent one taken down, and that's a decent shot to start off with for NEROCA.
I think he just couldn't get the ball into his stride actually. It could have been a wonderful shot had he just got the ball slightly more forward, because then he would have been in control of that shot. Ideally, he took it on the turn. When you're taking the ball on the turn, a lot of points actually come into position. But once again, being very, very honest, being very candid, you were talking about Jacob Joseph's perspective. Now, Jacob Joseph, it's understandable that he's not seen Indian football much, but to be honest, he has already confessed to that. So what makes that of him is that he is very realistic about his expectations. Ideally, when you are going on the road, you have to be very practical about your expectations. I mean, you just can't expect that you're going to play 3 matches or 4 matches on the road and you would like to log 12 full points, which is not a very realistic dream, because when you do that and you fall short, let's say you just manage a couple of draws and maybe a couple of bad results goes your way, then you probably would tell yourself that, all right, my target was 12 points. What I've done is I've got just a couple of points, which makes no sense, because that is also very demoralizing for the team. So maybe he's just trying to keep it very simple for his team, asking his players to do the right things like we were talking yesterday. Keep the rudimentary right, cross comes in from the right. That is a lovely acrobatic effort there, but then it goes wide. It could have been better if he could have kept the ball down, but a sensational start by Sreenidi Deccan straight away.
That's exactly what David Castaneda Munoz is all about. He's lethal in front of goal. Whether it's creating goals or scoring them himself. Joint most assists in the I-League last season with 7 of them, 15 goals. And we will see a lot more of that, them targeting their captain, the Colombian, who will be a treat to watch, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, it is why these foreigners, they kind of bring in a lot of experience, a lot of expertise to the side. And more importantly, the brand of football which is being played by them, whether it's physical or whether it's artistic, particularly if you take a look at the Spanish footballers, they bring a lot of touch football. We know that Spain was once famous for tiki-taka, and in fact they still resort to that footballing style, and all the footballers that come from there, they usually prefer the passing style of football where you just take a touch and then go forward, create another pass, just being assertive about the fact that you can try and score. Sreenidi Deccan now trying to use that left wing to their advantage, keeping the possession alive.
Yeah, now trying to move a ball forward, a bit of a touch backwards doesn't really help there from Rosenberg Gabriel, who I think will also be very highly involved today and throughout the season. Has spent a bit of time at Sreenidi Deccan and now seems to be quite comfortable. Playing up top with the likes of David Castaneda Munoz and Rilwan Hussein, the Nigerian who has had a stint in Denmark with Midtjylland, who have won various Danish titles. So here he is, decent touch from him and tries to set it up for David Castaneda Munoz. A bit of miscommunication between the defense and goalkeeper, but all is well for NEROCA.
It could have been some serious challenge there had the miscommunication resulted in a goal. I mean, they were not communicating at all. They thought that the goalkeeper will be coming out. The goalkeeper wanted to give some time to the ball, and eventually Sreenidi Deccan has managed to claim the ball back. That is wonderfully done. A nice forward ball. He wanted to power his way forward. Unfortunately, very good defending there by NEROCA FC. And now they fight all their way. And eventually, it's going to be a goal kick in favor of NEROCA FC. Oire will be the man with the ball, and he's all set for the goal kick.
A decent start to the game for Sreenidi Deccan as expected. We did say that NEROCA might try to play a slightly deeper line. It has been seen already because Rilwan and David Castaneda Munoz along with Gabriel will try to pierce that defense of theirs. Here is Castaneda again, and that's exactly what we were talking about. David just coming in there and acting as a shield in front of the two central defenders.
But to be honest, Liam, in the first 8 minutes of the game, I think if there's one problem that NEROCA will quickly have to address, which we can also say the elephant in the room for them right now, is their midfield. That midfield looks to be very vulnerable so far. And every single time Sreenidi Deccan has come knocking through that central channel, they are very easily making inroads up front. So unless they plug this midfield influx of attack from Sreenidi Deccan, I think NEROCA FC can be in for a real threat.
I do agree with that point because we said that David Simbo is just lying in front of those two centre backs, but in the midfield, Shushil and Sejal, they are the ones who have to be a lot more active, especially when they are coming up against the likes of Romawia and Maya, who we haven't really seen create chances so far, but when they get on the ball, then they are definitely a force to reckon with as well. Bit of a free kick here for Deccan, take it quickly. And that is how deep Faisal goes to get the ball. The number 10, Afghan international as well. He will be such an important player in this season for Sreenidi Deccan. Here he is on the ball, plays it backwards.
I think for NEROCA, Balwinder will have to play a very crucial role because he's someone who has got the ability to try and also go up as a defensive midfield. So maybe he and Simbo will have to communicate because as far as we have seen, there is, despite Simbo going up slightly, trying to play the defensive mid, but we'll get back to that of course. Here's a chance though, a bit of a push, appeal straight away from Sreenidi Deccan, and it looks like the referee is least interested. I think their captain is trying to make a point here, David Castaneda. But the referee says, let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a trip and a push on Rosenberg Gabriel, who's very quick down that left-hand side. David Castaneda, who knows, just putting a bit of pressure there on Akash Kumar Mehta, the referee for today. But I think it was a decent decision. Not too much in that for a penalty. They've lost it here. A big opportunity for Rilwan, and referee's whistle goes just as he was moving towards goal. A bit of a foul spotted.
I think he's just had a bit of a high boot there, because while he was trying to go forward, he had to receive the ball, bring the ball down. In those cases, again, you see football is a body contact game. Things like these will happen. We'll quickly try and show you what happened there. Yes, we were talking about just lifting the boot up slightly, just wanted to get the ball. It was not intentional at all. But then again, in football, considering the fact that it is a contact sport, you have to be careful as well.
Just a bit too eager to get the ball. There is Castaneda again trying to move forward, does drop deep quite a bit, plays a bit like a false 9, gets into the number 10 role, but scores goals like a number 9. Yes, Faisal plays it through. Nice little turn there from Ramavia. First time he's got involved. Now Jagdeep plays it, and it's fairly simple to say that this is how the rest of the game might just pan out, with Sreenidi Deccan having a lot of possession and NEROCA trying to not get broken down.
Well, with that said and done, at the same time, NEROCA FC will also have to find out those pathways to try and score on a break at least. Get the pressure on. That's another nice little chip. There comes a thumping header, but the angle was way too difficult for him to try and convert.
Castaneda just going towards goal, perhaps could have headed it backwards into the path of a player. Very good ball in from Eli Sabia, the Brazilian, and Castaneda had a runner, which was Ramavia. A bit too steep an angle to score from there. Someone's gone down here.
You were talking about Eli Sabia a few moments ago. He's one man that you can never take him lightly. He's someone who can not only just fill up the massive defensive boots, but if you want him up in the midfield as well, he'll happily join the midfield forces and he can score. And considering the towering stature that he has, he puts it to very good use.
Oh yes, and we saw how he can move forward, play passes like that, especially in a game like this where the opposition defense is staying slightly deeper. Nice scenes here on a Sunday evening at Hyderabad. A bit of time for Soram Pore to have a word with his Romanian centre-back. And 13 minutes in, it's looking like quite a task for the NEROCA side. This was the penalty opportunity. There was definitely contact, but was there enough?
I think it was actually too soft. Again, the contact was there, but in order for a penalty to be awarded, it has to be significant, and more importantly, it has to break the spell of play, or at least a goal-scoring move, if that is what we are talking about, maybe a cross. But I think there wasn't much. But nonetheless, the referees are always the best people to decide that. Very nicely worked away for the throw-in there by Sreenidi Deccan, and very quickly taken as well by NEROCA FC. They'll have to enhance their speed as well, but not really the best of passes.
Now taking it forward, Ramavia almost gets swiped out there by David Simbo, who was definitely going for the man. This is a decent move, but Rosenberg's touch lets him down. Another long ball, and the first time we've seen Ubaid coming in, perhaps he was getting a little bored inside his 16-yard box, and then he comes out and does really nicely.
Absolutely, Ubaid has spent quite a considerable amount of time. Chaos altogether at the NEROCA FC end. Could have been trouble there. A nice cross floating in from the left. It's just that, once again, another defensive error there. Had to force Meite into action.
They've got to be careful, as I said, the centre-backs. Looks like it was Balwinder. Oh, nice, a lovely flick from the number 9, Haider Awada from Lebanon. Just getting slightly frustrated because Nongamba Singh wasn't ready for that one. But they have to settle their nerves behind Do NEROCA FC. That's another flick on. If you can do it, I can do it better, says Rilwan Hassan.
And we were talking about players on the field right now. Well, no changes have been made yet. Singh, Kumar, of course Ali Sabia. Then the likes of Maya Kanan, Lal Ramovia, Shaiste. Shaiste himself, he can be a very dangerous player if he's at his very best. So, I mean, when we talk about Sreenidi Deccan, they have a very good side. Meitei, of course, manning the sticks. And then Rahman, Singh, Loka, Leka, in fact. Emram, Bag, Meitei once again, and Simbo. Simbo will be playing a crucial role if they have to keep Sreenidi Deccan away from their goal. It's going to be a long throw in here for NEROCA.
Put into the box. Sreenidi Deccan get the header and then the clearance. Rosenberg dropping deep. Castaneda just helping out his teammates and making sure they keep possession. Nice atmosphere, nice ground here at Deccan Arena. The stands quite packed, and of course I-League football has returned this weekend. We saw quite a high attendance yesterday in Kerala and Kashmir as well. Another foul this time against the likes of Rilwan Hassan. Simbo doesn't like it, but not much in it. It's quickly taken and lost, and this could be a chance for NEROCA. Hassan could have taken the shot. In fact, I beg your pardon, it was Haider Awada who could have taken the shot, but decent defending there from Deccan.
First spark of brilliance here from NEROCA FC, but they could have done way better than that. An advantage has been played here, and now Sreenidi Deccan coming all the way from the left. They have a chance to try and send across. There comes the cross. Goal scoring opportunity. Sends it wide. Point blank range almost. Should have done better than that. It looks like it's Rosenberg who came so close in scoring.
Big chance there for Sreenidi Deccan. Good ball in by Rilwan Hassan. Rosenberg just got there. Went for too much purchase on the header. If it was a slight glance, maybe he could have got the better of Soram Pore, who was in no man's land for a second, asking where his defense was as well. But big chance for Rosenberg. Maya loses possession. That's quite unlike him. Nicely won back by Nongamba. And now the drums and a few chants coming out for the Deccan Warriors. Great atmosphere to play at home for them.
Playing at home is always a great atmosphere. The familiarity with the crowd, the kind of support that you get, that is absolutely sensational. And talking about the likes of Sreenidi Deccan, who's done so well ever since their introduction. I mean, this makes them very special. Ubaid CK, he's a very experienced man. He's been playing since 2011, I reckon. He's played for the likes of Viva Kerala. He's played for the likes of East Bengal as well. So yes, he's been doing considerable number of rounds, and now that he is the mainstay here for Sreenidi Deccan, he'll try and showcase his talent. Another cross coming in all the way from the left. A bit of a tussle, but eventually it is going to be Meitei who will collect the ball without any pressure.
Talking about Ubaid CK, he has won the I-League as well, back with Gokulam Kerala when they won their first I-League. So that will give him a lot of an idea of how Sreenidi Deccan can go to the top. They have come very close. Third in their first season, second last year. And if they can make it to first and the Indian Super League, then that will be incredible. In a short span of only 3 years, that will be a monumentous achievement for the Deccan Warriors.
You know, if we take a closer look at Indian football and all the teams who are coming in new into I-League and I-League second division over the span of the last decade, we will see quite a few significant teams have made massive strides in their early years. Let's talk about one of them. One of them is, of course, Bengaluru FC. They've taken a gigantic leap right from their very first go. And then the likes of Sreenidi Deccan, the likes of Gokulam Kerala as well. This is a very good chance. Nicely wanted to go for the shot. Well received though. And the danger still remains alive as Sreenidi Deccan tries to cut back in sharply. And a free kick has been awarded. He had to clip and eventually the clip wasn't really by the rules there.
A great stuff from Rosenberg, and Nongamba trying to get back possession instantly, but Rosenberg saw a bit of space. Unnecessary tackle, I would say, because David Simbo was there. There were 3-4 other NEROCA players around him, so Nongamba not really required to make that challenge. But either ways, it's a big chance here for the likes of Castaneda, Munoz, and of course Faisal Chaeste, who I think will take it. It is a preferred left-footed chance. Could this be the opportunity for Sreenidi Deccan to take the lead in their first outing at home? Castaneda stands over it. It is Faisal who takes it, and that's a great save from Pore. First proper action for the goalkeeper, and he dives and dives well.
Sensational stop there, and Faisal, he's known for producing rippers like this. Wonderfully struck, and to be honest, Mete proving equal to the task.
That didn't get enough height and power on it. Mete for a second wanting to grip that one, but does well to parry it away. Now he'll have to deal with the left foot of Faisal again. Romavia gives him company. They might look to take it short, and they do. Romavia plays it back to Faisal. Faisal puts it in a decent area, but that's good defending. It does come out to Maya, who can shoot from a distance. Falls to one of the Sreenidi Deccan players. No, it doesn't. Soram does well, but this is very good pressure from the home side. Romavia picks up possession. Faisal, another attempted cross, and it's missed by a couple of defenders, and that should be goal number 1 for Sreenidi Deccan. And guess who? It's David Castaneda Munoz who opens the scoring for the Deccan Warriors. If this is their year, then he will be pivotal. And so with Faisal, and both of them combine to get goal number 1 for Sreenidi Deccan.
Central to Sreenidi Deccan's attacking system, David Castaneda knew exactly what he wanted. That was a sensational header, had his eyes on the ball, very keen to latch onto it, and eventually thumps it past Mete there. But to be honest, this is an equally brilliant cross as well. You have to talk about that cross, and it looks like while the goal was scored, David Simbo must have copped a blow there. Who's down will try and show you how the goal happened. But for the time being, the referee just wants to have a quick look at Simbo. This is how it all started. Sensationally picked up there by Faisal, and there came the cross. The defender slipped midway, and David Castaneda, he has got a mission at hand. And look at him smashing the header with extreme prejudice.
Yeah, quite an unfortunate slip for Balwinder there. David Simbo also went down. Not too sure what happened to him. We will see. But David Castaneda Munoz, we talk about teams taking the I-League by storm once they enter it. We talk about players doing the same. And the Colombian David Castaneda Munoz with 8 goals in 2021-22 season, 15 goals last season, 7 assists as well. And if you had to pick anyone to score in this game, it would be him. And he's done just that. Decent ball in. 24 goals in the I-League, and he's just starting his 3rd season.
Well, he is an absolute sensation, because there are 3 things that work very nicely for David Castaneda. First and foremost is that exceptional shooting range that he's got. And more importantly, he's someone who uses his stature to perfection. He's got a very burly stature. Not everybody can use that physical advantage to their end, but he ensures the fact when he's going for the dive, when he's going for the snatches up front, he's imposing himself upon the defender. And third thing is his awareness. That makes him simply sensational.
I couldn't agree more, Rohit. He's got all the ingredients to be a perfect striker and even a captain as well. He leads from the front, and his work rate, that is something else that allows him to do all of those things at once. He doesn't only score goals, he assists, he starts the press from behind, from above, as you say, and that is why he has the captain's armband for Sreenidi Deccan, and he would love to get a bit more involved. That's a decent attempt from the right hand side. should be a goal kick, or maybe it's even a foul, not too sure. Haider Awada slowly but surely getting into this game. It looks like it will be a free kick.
A few moments ago from the kickoff, Haider Awada just was urging his players that all right, it's just the start of the game. I mean, just 25 minutes into it. There's ample time for us to equalize. It looks like it's going to be David Simbo who will be taking the free kick. Alongside him, he'll have Tarak Hemram. Tarak Hemram is quite a familiar name to Bengal's footballing fabric. That's a free kick, in fact. And the header is not well taken, though. They were appealing for a penalty. Slight bit of chaos altogether in the Sreenidi Deccan final third. But eventually, the danger lines have been clear, but the possession still remains at the feet of NEROCA FC.
Big chance for NEROCA there. They could have had a couple of shots on goal. They still have it though. Decent ball in, but this time cleared away. Not too sure what was happening there with the Sreenidi Deccan defense. But this is better from NEROCA. They would like to keep the ball. And as I say that, they just about lose a possession and give away a throw. But they've got to make the most of those chances in the attacking sense of things.
You know, Liam, I believe that for NEROCA FC right now, they will have to believe in themselves. Because, again, they are a team that's actually a very well-built team. The results may not have gone their way in the last few seasons for sure, but that doesn't mean that they are a team that's, that cannot pull off the miracles. We have seen them doing it. We've seen them doing it previously as well. Maybe Sreenidi Deccan has an upper hand against them. A throw-in coming in from Sreenidi Deccan. Well, we'll have to stop the game because the crowd was a bit too hyped up there while trying to play with the football into the stands. They end up throwing one into the ground.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying about NEROCA FC. They have been along for a long time. The side from Imphal. We'll get back to that. A bit of a chance here, but not the best of balls from David. NEROCA themselves did really well coming into the I-League after winning the second division I-League in 2016-17. Another crossfield ball played. Finds Rilvan, who sets it up for David Castaneda. Munoz almost goes into the path of Ral Rom Mavia. But relentless stuff here from Sreenidi Deccan. And coming back to NEROCA, they won the second division I-League and after that came second, runners-up in the 17-18 season. And since then, it has been slightly downhill, 6th, 9th, 11th, and then 10th last season. So this is the year that they will try to just get back to, if not the top, at least to that mid-table range.
I think this is where probably Jacob Joseph's statement up front comes to the fore. Make realistic targets. I mean, it's understandable from number 10 if you're planning to go and challenge for the title straight away. It will never happen like that. You have to be very, very careful about what you choose or what are your targets, what are your objectives, and then accordingly plan for it and then start imposing yourself. So maybe, take a couple of steps. That's a lovely cross coming all the way from the right, nicely headed down, but not exactly in the stride of a Sreenidi Deccan player. And now NEROCA FC can try and build a nice ball into the central channel, but wonderfully worked out there by Pawan Kumar.
Yeah, Pawan Kumar silently does his job. Rob Mavia moves it forward now for Sreenidi Deccan. Rosenberg, who has switched to the right hand side. Bit of a one-on-one situation, just gets stuck in that turf that we were talking about. Sreenidi Deccan will have an upper hand over a few teams. The grass surface, which many other teams play on, will also come into play when they travel away. But of course, it is tougher adjusting to a turf surface.
Yeah, absolutely, Liam. I mean, I was just about to ask you this. We've seen a few stops. We'll get back to that for sure. But at the moment, though, Sreenidi Deccan looks like they want to carve an attack. The referee, however, says you have broken a law. So let's again get back to the scratch and we'll allow NEROCA FC to take the free kick.
They launch it forward, looking for Awara again. Does really well. He has been very impressive, Hamad Awara. From Lebanon, has played in the Lebanon League, has got quite a number of goals there, but not getting too much of service. It's most of the time a long ball towards him, but he has to take it down, turn himself, shoot. That midfield we were talking about needs to move forward and help him as well. Here's Olin, plays it through. This could be a chance. Ranganga makes a hash of it, and that is where it could have been a better cross towards the number 9.
I think for NEROCA, if you have a closer look at their lineup, except for Hyderabad and Olin and Mete, most of the side is fairly new. So they are relying on youngsters. Now, it's understandable when you rely too much on youngsters. You also have to try and understand that they will need some time to get into the groove, hit the right straps. So you have to be very careful. And occasions like that will eventually lead to defensive lapses like these as well. But this time though, the defender ensured that he's taking the ball away and the flag's gone up. A nicely knitted cross from the right there, coming all the way for Sreenidi Deccan. And once again, it was Rosenberg Gabriel into the mix.
Yeah, he's very involved down that right hand side and getting a bit of help also from Jagdeep Singh making the overlap. When the right back makes the overlap, then you can use him as a decoy sometimes, can use him to play the ball there. But of course, the offside flag was the unfortunate part of that move. Here's Olin, who's very good on the ball, likes to move it forward from that left back position, will get forward himself when the time is right as well.
Well, so far, as things stand, NEROCA FC has come forward in isolated patches. They are trailing by a slender goal there, by a slender margin in fact. A solitary goal to be precise. And Sreenidi Deccan trying to control the ball, does well. The referee plays advantage. Now coming all the way from the right is Jagdeep Singh. There goes the shot. But it sails over the woodwork and sails over by light years altogether. But to be honest, that was a wonderful cut back in. The idea was like, look at the difference between the shots there. 6 shots have already come in from Sreenidi Deccan. And it looks like it's going to be a corner here. So it must have taken a deflection along the way.
Good stuff from Jagdeep. I just mentioned about him moving forward and he was showing us what he can do. Here's Ramavia. Decides to take the corner. Lots of options in the box. Needs a good delivery. Not the best of deliveries. Easy pickings there for Saiful Rahman.
Could have done better actually. But nonetheless, Sreenidi Deccan will be happy to once again play back and then nick another attack forward. That's a lovely ball onto the far left. Nicely steered it into that central channel. And wonderfully stayed forward by Rilwan. There comes the cross, but Mete will not really have challenges collecting that. Easy pickings for him. And eventually he plays it back all the way to Olin now. Olin in turn sends it slightly more forward. And now short passes out in the central midfield there. Sajal Bagh sends it to the far right. Tries desperately to control at the moment there.
Yeah, it's a bit of hit and hope stuff for NEROCA. Not being able to break down Sreenidi Deccan the same way the home side is. It will take time, of course. But what's important for them is that they're keeping their defense quite tight. Sreenidi Deccan has a lot of prowess when it comes to attacking sense of things. So they will be quite busy doing that. Decent ball. That is a better ball, I would say, because you try to chip it over and give something for Awara to run onto. So that should be a little better from them. There's Jagdish again. Keeps it with Sreenidi Deccan. Good press from David Simbo, who's moving up higher and allowing the rest of the team to move up as well.
And now it's once again back to Sreenidi Deccan, who will like to build from the back, taking their time. A nice ball forward. This can be the danger bells ringing again. There comes the cross opportunity, but wonderfully taken care of by NEROCA FC. Not really trying to make haste of things, just keeping their calm and ensuring the fact the danger line has been averted.
Decent ball in, a bit of a deflection. Should be easy for the keeper. And it is. 10 minutes to play now in this first half. Sreenidi Deccan will be looking to double their lead anytime now. For NEROCA, I think it's simple. Try and keep it to 1-0 till half time. If they get chances, they can try and take them, of course. But if it's only 1-0, then they always have a chance. Ball into the channel, could not be kept down by Sushil Mehta, who hasn't been too involved. Would like to see a bit more of the skipper, Simbo, taking charge a lot more. But Sushil Mehta, who has played quite a bit around India, needs to get more of that ball.
I think when they go back to the dressing room for that half-time breather, I think their coach would be urging Simbo to take a bit more involvement, because it's understandable he's playing the defensive medium role. We'll get back to that. This looks a lovely chance. Goal scoring opportunity. Can he latch onto it? But it looks like Mehta Soram has the bases covered, and I think the flank's gone up as well.
They're nicely done by the keeper. Even though it was offside, you've got to get these outings right. Messed up one of those which landed on the head of Gabriel. He didn't score that one. 3 offsides for Sreenidi Deccan, or rather against them, because they are moving forward quite a bit. This is definitely onside. Haider Awara isn't able to make the most of it. That was his chance, and he apologizes because he had 3 NEROCA players alongside him. For the first time he's got a bit of help, but could not use it. Here's Romavia playing it forward. Gets past a couple of challenges. No real options on the left. He holds it ever so well. Sets it up for his teammate. And almost an opening there for Rilwan. But they'll have to reset.
Now sends another lovely ball forward. Could have been trouble. But then the defender ensuring the fact that he was vigilant enough to quickly steer it into the gloves of Mehta Soram. Another experienced name here, Mehta Soram. He's somebody who's been doing the rounds for the Indian footballing fabric for quite a while. So he knows his stuff, he knows his craft extremely well. Rolls it into the stride of Balwinder now.
Yeah, Soram has played for the likes of Azol Delhi Dynamos as well. If you remember them in the Indian Super League back in the day. Northeast United and Trau too. So he is someone where they can build their team around. They have done that. They've got quite an experienced backline. So things could be good for NEROCA. It's just about stringing some results together. That's a decent throw. Castaneda gets pushed down, but even he knows that was never going to be a penalty. Nice flick from Sushil. But Eli Sabia doing superbly well to get back possession.
Just a few moments ago when Elisabia had the ball at his feet, the way he towered over the marauder from the left. And this can be a great chance for Sreenidi Deccan. Cross comes floating in, but I think the direction could have been better. Slightly overstruck. Look at the ambience here. The crowd filled to the rafters and they're enjoying the game. Sunday evening, what better way to watch a game of your home team, Sreenidi Deccan, and they have been doing so well. They have finally been instilling the hopes for Hyderabad in recent times, and ISL as well. Hyderabad has been doing a phenomenal job, and most importantly, the motto for any Hyderabad teams playing the top tier games is like harness the youth of the system, harness the youth for the country as well, and they have been doing it absolutely brilliantly.
They have, and Sreenidi Deccan having a couple of great I-League campaigns. We just see a bit of a foul here. That's a poor one. Could have been a card. Lucky not to get a card there. Sajal Bagh. There is Jacob Joseph. Found a nice spot. Looking on. Absorbing, I'm sure. Will have a few inputs to give his players. And it might take a bit of time, but NEROCA FC definitely have a good base, so they can work around it.
Absolutely. When you talk about bases, NEROCA FC has got an extremely good base. It's just that I believe that they are still not well settled right now. They are still not built into a unit. I believe even James Joseph knows that. This is a very good interception. And now they drive forward. They'll go for a long ranger. But to be honest, it was slightly lackluster. I mean, the idea was right there from Safiul Rahman, apologies. But I believe had he gone slightly more in an advanced role and then maybe steer it into the stride of the two supporters or the two helpers that he had on either side, that could have been a better chance. But nonetheless, Sreenidi Deccan once again back on the ball. They still have that slender lead that they secured early on through David Castaneda. And look at their coach there. Look at Carlos Vaz Pinto. He wants his players to be in the action. Do not get switched off. Just play your game.
And you were speaking earlier about the influence of Spanish players on the I-League. Portuguese coach, and the way he was signaling to his players is to just keep the ball moving. And that is the way things are done in European style of football. You never stop. You keep passing even if it's a short pass. And that is exactly what we see from this Sreenidi Deccan outlet. Moving it all the time and then getting into very good spaces very quickly.
You know, when you talk about Portuguese coaches, they have always been very animated, but most importantly, they've been extremely passionate about the game. And one of them, of course, if we talk about him, Jose Moreno, he's kind of revolutionized the entire Portuguese coaching scene as well. And it talks volumes about passion of these coaches. I mean, now we are seeing a lot of young coaches coming into the game. And of course, Carlos Vaz Pinto, he's someone of that same breed. He knows how to steer his team.
And this is exactly what they're doing here. Just keeping a bit of possession, Sreenidi Deccan. And then opening it out again. Nice ball towards the left-hand side as they look for goal number 2. Rilwan plays it backwards. Gets taken down again. Ball is played in. It's just about flicked away. Deccan will come with it again. Jagdeep on his left foot. Plays it towards Munoz, but it was a little too high for him. But again, a very nice move, starting on the left, going to the right. Sreenidi Deccan have all their bases covered in the attacking sense of things.
Absolutely. I mean, except for those couple of mistakes that they pulled off out in that midfield, I believe whatever they have done a sensational work so far. And they'll like to build on to that. If you take, I think, once we go into the second half, they will also be trying to test their bench strength. They've got the likes of Ibrahim Sissoko, who can be a very deadly attacking option. He's a midfielder, but he can completely rewrite shape. That's a lovely glancing header there, but quite easily collected by Ubaid. Because again, knowing Ubaid, he's someone who's very flexible, very agile, really loves to move around without any problems whatsoever. Talking about shots on target, it's all square. Even Sreenidi Deccan has got a couple of shots on target. NEROCA FC has got a couple of shots on target. If NEROCA FC can get that equalizer, then I think it's all settled for them. But Sreenidi Deccan coming all the way from the right now. Jagdeep Singh plays it back to Rosenberg. Rosenberg trying to create some space for himself. And there comes the cross, however comfortably repelled away by NEROCA FC.
Ali Sabia getting very tight there to Awara, who turns him and then plays it forward. Not too many options for him as well. Bit of a push from Maya, but he won the ball fair and square. Not enough physicality from Sushil Mehte, who has not been up to the task today. The skipper just hasn't led from the front. Might get a bit of a talking to from his coach. Needs to be more active, especially when there are not too many chances coming forward. Speaking of chances, here come Deccan. David Castaneda Munoz goes for the shot, gets it back, will recycle. They've been very good at recycling the moves, Sreenidi Deccan. And that's exactly what they do. And now Maya just coming into his own as we see the shots from Castaneda Munoz. One goal, one on target, the others missed. Another chance down the left hand side. Romavia is open. Option not taken though. Played backwards for Rilwan. Goes for the switch of play. This is great stuff from Sreenidi Deccan. Can they top it off with a goal? Almost top it off with a goal, but the header was wide from Castaneda.
Yeah, Castaneda, he had his idea all sorted. He had the intent right. He wanted to steer it at the far post. The goalkeeper was very close to him, so he would not have stopped that at any cost. It's just that he couldn't really keep it on target. That will eventually allow NEROCA FC to try and come forward with another attack, but comfortably headed away. Final 15 seconds of regulation time remaining in the first half, and as things stand, Sreenidi Deccan still has a very slender lead to protect at the moment. They're leading the game by 1-0. And now NEROCA FC comes knocking on the doors. A bit of confusion between Obaid and Eli Savia. However, eventually it was comfortably collected there by Obaid. No real challenges. Stays it to the far right. Sreenidi Deccan tries to knit one forward.
3 minutes of added time. Towards the end of this first half, I think NEROCA need a bit of a talking to. They need to perhaps bring on a couple of substitutes which can change the game. That is a possibility. But that midfield is where they aren't being able to move the ball forward. There you see again a direct ball straight from the defense. A great one at that. But not being able to play through the midfield. And that is something which I think they will change into the second half.
What surprises me is that their midfield is somewhat vacant altogether. They don't have too many players out in the midfield. So at least when you're creating those long balls from back, you need to have more options up front, so that at least the chances of you trying to convert those long balls are slightly on the higher side. Because it's understandable, maybe you just want to stick to the Route 1 brand of football, which is okay. I mean, considering the kind of defense, considering the kind of attacking flair of Sreenidi Deccan as well, I think they just want to keep their defensive posts intact.
I think the option is definitely Bogdan Catalan Gavrila. He is an option, not the best of shots there. Just biting off more than he can chew. Jagdeep Singh, and he knows it, and he apologizes. But yeah, just coming back to that, the Romanian midfielder Bogdan is someone they can bring on NEROCA, so we might see him in the second half. 2 shots for Jagdeep. This one slightly wayward compared to the other.
They also have the likes of Orgo Roy. Again, he's a young talent, but he's someone who's always brimming with hunger to score. But at the moment, as we head into the final minute of the first half, Sreenidi Deccan will kickstart things, or in fact throw in the ball to restart proceedings for themselves.
Rosenberg taking it forward, makes the run, doesn't get it from Jagdish, but creating nice triangles all the time are the Sreenidi Deccan players. All eyes on the ref, should blow for full half time, I beg your pardon, anytime soon. But it's been a good half for Sreenidi Deccan. Would like to build on it in the second half.
Absolutely, I mean, just amp up the intensity. They've done a good job, and I think they'll like to finish things off as well on a decent note. A nice ball chipped forward. Can be troubles there. The ball has fallen at the feet. There comes the shot. However, nicely saved there by Mitei Soram. It somewhat was straightforward for him, but it's just the power of the shot that could have thrown into a bit of disarray there. Another lovely ball sent forward, trying to keep it under control. But David Castaneda this time kind of makes a hash of affairs.
Great couple of chances there for Castaneda. First that shot from outside, from nothing really. Brilliant strike from him. Very good save, of course, from Soram. And then that might have gone off the defender. Castaneda tipped that down so nicely. And it was quite fitting that that is how the first half ends, because Sreenidi Deccan, as the score suggests, have been on top. At half time, the Deccan Warriors are the ones on top, hoping that this will be their year. They are off to quite a good start, but they're only halfway done. At half time, it's Sreenidi Deccan 1, NEROCA FC 0.
Well, that's the stats so far for the first half. Sreenidi Deccan 62% ball possession. NEROCA FC 38. 10 shots from Sreenidi Deccan. 4 of them from NEROCA FC. 3 of them on target for Sreenidi Deccan. 2 of them on target for NEROCA. A couple of fouls committed by Sreenidi, while in for NEROCA there were 5. No cards shown so far. A couple of corners for Sreenidi Deccan Football Club. and 3 offsides as well going against them. Talking about the shots, that's how 10 shots have been unloaded by them so far. Castaneda has been the boss of it all, 6 shots from him. Jagdeep Singh took a couple of shots. Rosenberg was instrumental as well. And Faisal Shahesh, in fact Shaeste went for that free kick actually. And talking about NEROCA, they just had 4 shots so far. Akoi Jam taking that shot from range. Haider Awara as well taking a very emasculated effort. Tarak Hemram had a shot of his own from range that was blocked. And then Safiul Rahman could have done better, but jammed into the defenders. Couple of fouls there by Sreenidi Deccan. Hassan and Elisabia committing them. Hassan committing it miles away from his own post, wherein Elisabia as well just close enough to concede a free kick for NEROCA, though they've committed 5 fouls. Sajal Baq committing a couple of them. Akoi Jam committing a single one. Leka as well doing one. Safiul Rahman committing one. It'll just tell you that how close things have been and how NEROCA FC had to pull off the utmost. This has been a decent first half, to be honest. Both the teams, NEROCA FC may have been slightly on the back foot, but once again, considering the kind of isolated patches they have created, they have definitely been decent as well. And these are the highlights that defined the first half. We'll quickly just try and show you how Sreenidi Deccan somewhat dominated the earlier spell of the play. That was a lovely cross and a sensational back volley coming in, but that was not on target. And chances like these kept on boosting their confidence, which eventually also led to their opening goal.
Yeah, a couple of good balls into the box, which allowed the likes of Rosenberg, Gabriel on this occasion, and David Castaneda Munoz to get on the end of. Very impressive attacking play from Sreenidi Deccan. They mean business, as you can see from the first half. This was Hassan with the ball in for Gabriel. And now Faisal with a free kick, which was very well saved by the likes of Sorampore. The left foot of Faisal has to be watched out for. Has got many a goal throughout his career. Then coming in with a cross as well, and leading to the first goal of the I-League campaign for Sreenidi Deccan. And it won't be the last for them, and of course for their talisman, David Castaneda Munoz, just sniffing that there might be a bit of a mistake from the defense. It was a slip and he got there really well. A few more chances almost crept up for Sreenidi Deccan. Faisal with another ball in, but just taken off the head of Munoz. Jagdeep with a decent ball, but Castaneda could not do much. Jagdeep again, who's got really involved towards the end of that first half, putting it in for Munoz. This was a great shot set up by Rosenberg. Gabriel struck it really well either side of the keeper, and he might have got his second, the Colombian. But you can't give him so much space, and NEROCA did just that. So that is how it stands at the Deccan Arena. Sreenidi Deccan Football Club starting off really well. They lead by a goal to nil versus NEROCA FC. And we will slip into a short break and join us after that for second half action.
Request everyone to please settle down for the second half. Please take your seats for the second half.
Welcome back to the Deccan Arena for the second half, and it looks like a couple of changes might be on the cards for NEROCA. For Sreenidi Deccan, I don't think they have to change anything. It's been such a good first half from them. Good chances, one scored as well from their skipper, David Castaneda Munoz. And it could be a dream start to this campaign. The campaign where they are one of the favorites to make it to the top of the I-League. It's been a good half from the likes of Elisabia, Pawan Dral leading the defense and of course leading the line. It has been great for Rilvan, David Castaneda Munoz, Rosenberg, Maya getting involved. And life is good if you are a Sreenidi Deccan fan, but as the old saying goes, one goal isn't enough. And NEROCA will be very aware of that. They can push, and if they do, they can probably get an equalizer and maybe even more. So it still hangs in the balance, this game, as Rohit Ganguly joins me. What do you look forward to in the second half, Rohit, as we kick things off?
Oh, once again, my answer is going to be the same. A little more drama, a little more intensity. But what I also expect to see is NEROCA FC injecting a bit of verve of their own. I mean, the intensity, the idea was right to kickstart proceedings, wanting to throw a long one into the mix. So maybe if they can just amp up their intensity slightly, try and create chances for themselves. That's a nice cross. NEROCA just trying to keep the ball at their feet, but eventually that will go out of play. And the change that we were talking about for NEROCA, it looks like Jay Singh Tonjam has come in, where Rene Meitei has gone out.
Yeah, I think that's a very good change because Johnny Chand will be a good addition to that midfield. There need to be a change, and that was the change that will help them. Tarak Hembram, they're getting involved. He can also perhaps get more involved from that right hand side. Haven't seen too much of him. The lad from Kolkata. And as we take a look at the players on the field for Sreenidi Deccan, nothing changed. Quite an experienced backline, and they have been quite solid so far. Abhishek Ambedkar plays it towards Rilwan Hassan. Very impressive, of course, the Nigerian.
Has to be. I mean, Rilwan Hassan, whenever he's made inroads, whenever he's tried to cut back in from that left wing sharply, he's been sensational. It's just that he needs to inject a bit more accuracy on the shots, and he can be an unstoppable force. But NEROCA FC, right now they'll have a long way to go for themselves. Initially when they started, I mean, at least when they'll be heading back home for their fixtures, they will be donning the orange threads. But for now, they are in whites, just trying to fend off the Sreenidi Deccan attacking unit that's so well oiled and so high functioning. This looks to be a decent chance. Does well to keep the ball away from Elisabia.
And here is Johnny Chand, first involvement from him. We were asking for a change in the midfield, and Jacob Joseph himself has also seen that. Shot from distance for Olen, almost. Oh, that's a brilliant save. Ubaid comes to the party. Still a chance for NEROCA, but Faisal gets a touch, and that would have been quite an unfortunate own goal, a bit of a deflection. But Ubaid doing his job and showing us why he is leading the line for Sreenidi Deccan.
Oh, absolutely. When you have such an experienced name manning the sticks for you from behind, rallying the forces for you, that is so crucial. And particularly the likes of Ubaid, someone who's a very loud goalkeeper. Really like to, once again, we'll try and show you what happened out there. Look at how that long ranger came floating in. Eventually that deflection that came off Pawan Kumar made things a lot more difficult. But Sreenidi Deccan now trying to control the possession. Eventually the referee blowing the whistle, awarding a free kick here in favor of Sreenidi Deccan. A chance for them to try and test their shooting range as well. And that will be the 6th foul committed by NEROCA FC, which tells you that they had to be physical. They were forced to be physical to try and stall the almost unstoppable Sreenidi Deccan so far.
Yeah, I think that is probably the only way to stop them, especially with so much physicality. But the issue for NEROCA is when you give free kicks away, then you've got people like Faisal on the ball. We saw how well he took that free kick off his left foot, and now we'll be looking for a similar delivery. It's a very good delivery. In fact, there was a Sreenidi Deccan player. Chance for a shot that might be offside, and it is offside before the rest of the Deccan arena gets excited. The flag was up. It did look offside to the naked eye, and it's the fourth one of the game against the home outlet.
The goal was not given, but yet you can hear the drum beats thundering right now. This tells you that how excited they were to try and celebrate this goal. And talking about the 4th offside, it tells you a couple of stories. Maybe the timing of the runs and the positioning hasn't been that great. That's a foul here. And it very clearly looked like that he was almost yanked down, and a yellow card coming out here for Jagdeep Singh. It was very surprising, to be honest, but it looked like he had to use some force here, or else that could have been a clear run there.
They're just bringing him down there into what is a very good position to put something into the box for NEROCA. There are options, and Johnny Chand will be taking it. Puts a decent ball in, but only as far as Ali Sabia, who has been a force to reckon with in the defense. Now a bit of a counter-attacking opportunity for Rosenberg. Plays it forward, but Faisal could not sort himself out. And 5 minutes into this first half, NEROCA do look like they have a little bit more impetus in the game. Of course, Sreenidi Deccan will be pushing for their second goal. It's very important for NEROCA to get the next goal in this game. Even if it's not instantly, if they go 2-0 down, then it could be a problem.
I think the second half they have realized what Sreenidi Deccan is capable of. That's a nice long ball and a bit of a push there to try and keep him away from the ball. Eventually, that's decently done. It's going to be a goal kick here in favor of Sreenidi Deccan. Ubaid will take his time there and eventually roll it amongst themselves.
Well, just going back in time to the last meeting for these two sides, it was incidentally in the Super Cup, not in the I-League. So that was a group stage game, a 4-2 win for Sreenidi Deccan up against NEROCA, and goals by Hassan, who scored 2, David Castaneda Munoz and Faisal Shayeste. So the 3 foreigners doing what they do best, getting the goals for Sreenidi Deccan. And it hasn't been the best of matchups for NEROCA when they come against Deccan, especially the last season. Here is a bit of space on the right hand side, played towards Romavia, but a decent interception and then moved forward. Here's Johnny Chand, tries to turn, and Rilwan picks it up, plays it to Romavia, who's thinking of a shot, does get space, takes the shot, and that's a very good save. Not for the first time from Sora Mete, who gets there, but you've got to say too much space for Romavia to take that strike.
Poor work there by the NEROCA defense, but kudos here to Mete Soram, once again showcasing his experience. Look at how he latched onto the ball. In fact, he had the time to take another step forward. Ideally, that should have been nipped in the bud itself. Eventually trading it away for a corner. Faisal preparing himself for that corner there, trying to chip it into the box, create a chance for Sreenidi Deccan. There comes the corner. The header wasn't clear enough. Another long ranger comes floating in. However, wonderfully worked away by NEROCA FC.
Well, I think you missed it there, Rohit, but it was a block from a Sreenidi Deccan player. And that was why it is quite amusing. We might take a look at it again, but what a strike from outside the box. I think it was Maya. He does have his shooting boots on most of the time. Should have been 2-0 if not for a bit of defending on the wrong side from Sreenidi Deccan.
Well, I think the intensity of the game has been that good. So at times you just don't make it with your naked eye. Who's the one who's blocking it? But nonetheless, thanks for spotting. And at the same time, talking about NEROCA FC right now, they will have to be a bit more composed. It's good to see that at least they are coming on the attacks. That's a nice long ball sent. The idea was right. The execution, however, needs a bit of brushing up. David Cast, in fact, Faisal is on the ball. And now Faisal can bomb forward from the left. However, he chooses to send it even further forward. Here's an opportunity, but very nicely done there by NEROCA FC once again. A ground pass. However, eventually they'll give the possession away because of a poor passing.
Nice tussle there between Maria's Sebastian Luca, the Romanian number 6 for NEROCA, just getting the better of Rilvan Hassan, I beg your pardon, who is such a brute force moving forward, uses a lot of his speed and power. Did get the better of the Romanian for a second, but the defender came up trumps on that battle.
And now Sreenidi Deccan tries to go forward from the right. It's a long chase, and I think Meitei won't be fazed by the chase there. He's someone who's seen far more than that. He's an experienced warhorse, and he brings all that experience to the platter. That is one of the reasons why NEROCA FC still believes that he can be pivotal if they are to try and launch for the top 5 teams in this tournament.
He's made some good saves as well today, kept them in the game. I wonder how many more saves he'll have to make, because Sreenidi Deccan are lurking. 10 minutes into this second half, they've got one goal chalked out because of an offside call. They've had a very good save from Soram, and they've also moved forward quite a bit.
At the moment though, it feels like NEROCA FC is having troubles trying to clear their lines. Maybe they are not even confident enough to send it downtown, because most of the balls have been actually intercepted by Sreenidi Deccan. Once again, look at those short passes. Even they are not confident enough of creating it, and that is only because Sreenidi Deccan is putting in high press. That's a free kick though, which is going to head in favor of NEROCA FC.
Just something that I have noticed is this man on the ball, Johnny Chand. He's dropping deeper, trying to help his defense and trying to move the ball in transit from defense to midfield and then attack. There he is again, holds off nicely, gets taken down from behind, but this could be a problem for NEROCA. This could be number 2, and it is number 2. What a brilliant finish. It is 2 for Sreenidi Deccan, and it's Lalrom Mawia who gets them the double, and this could be the end of it for NEROCA. They've shot themselves in the foot. Johnny Chand losing possession, and the Deccan Warriors fans have gone wild.
Time and time again, high press football, talk about precision, and Sreenidi Deccan had all of this in this move rather. Romaya just wonderfully latching onto the ball. Look at how it was created in the first place. David Castaneda with the through, and a very gentle chip over the advancing Meitei Soram gets the job done for them. And Sreenidi Deccan knows that they have got the job done well enough, and from now on it's about extending that cushion, trying to dominate NEROCA in all aspects.
He got some very important goals in the 21-22 season, did Lalrom Mawia. Only struck once last season, but a bit of a cross in here, chance for NEROCA, but it should be easy pickings for Ubed. So yes, that will do him a lot of confidence. He has had a few chances, but takes that beautifully well, as you mentioned. But guess who it was again, Rohit? It was David Castaneda Munoz with the assist. Hassan now puts a ball in. Another chance for Sreenidi Deccan, and something tells me that the floodgates might be opening here.
I think it's already opened up. It's just that Their defense have somehow barely put in the brick and mortar, but they have not really knitted it together. That was another lovely cross coming in from Hassan. And before, there could have been some contact from Sreenidi Deccan. Balwinder Singh putting in a crucial defensive block there, trading it away for a corner, but nonetheless, another set piece for Sreenidi Deccan to try and take in. They've taken that very quickly. Another lovely cross comes into the mix, but repelled away by NEROCA FC. However, that doesn't really deter Sreenidi Deccan. This time, however, they will have to give up possession. Ali Sabia was trying to latch onto it onto the far right. In fact, it looks like it's gone out for another corner, is it? Most likely it's going to be a throw.
They're almost hitting the hour mark. Sreenidi Deccan will want to put this game to bed one more, and it's a sure shot win. A chance again here for Munoz, and does get a corner.
The assistant referee did take his time to show the flag. Just wanted the temperature to slightly calm down, but with every passing minute in the second half, the way Sreenidi Deccan has expressed themselves, that's been brilliant. And this corner, the fifth corner for them, tells you that how good they have been. Faisal on the corner, there comes Deccan swinging, and oh my word, that was a lovely header. Unfortunately, the woodwork coming in the way for Sreenidi Deccan, or very well could have been the third goal of the evening.
What a chance again for David Castaneda Munoz. You cannot keep him quiet. And Faisal with a wonderful ball in, any striker's dream. But Castaneda Munoz with the crossbar to the aid of NEROCA. And look at that, it's all about the Deccan Warriors. 61% possession for them. That one has gone out of play though. Crowd enjoying themselves, and why not, but Castaneda Munoz could have definitely got a second there.
I think for Sreenidi Deccan, almost all their attackers, including Ali Sabia in the defense, is fancying his chances to get his name on the score sheet. That is how good they have been. It's now going to be a throw in here. Tarak Hembram with the throw in. Tarak probably have been one of those rare slivers of hope for NEROCA FC. However, it was Shafiul Rahman who took in that throw in. Back to Safiul once again, just trying to keep the ball in play. But Sreenidi Deccan, that clearly looks a foul. He's got his hand around the player's neck, and no wonder the yellow card has come out. That was very poor work there from the incoming Johnny Chand Singh.
Yeah, just as I was praising Johnny Chand Singh, he gave the ball away for the second goal, and now he has absolutely clattered Lal Ram Mavia, who scored that goal. Let's take another look at it. How about that for a bit of skill? Oh yes, a ball roll, and then he's played it through, and Johnny Chand knew exactly what was coming for him, which was a yellow card. Lal Ram Mavia, a handful at the moment for NEROCA. Played a part in Gokulam Kerala's I-League winning campaign as well. In their first winning season, made the switch to Sreenidi Deccan and has been a pivotal part in them moving forward. Headed away, another throw in on the cards, but we might see a substitution before that for NEROCA. It looks like it will be Bogdan Gavria from Romania. He will be taking the place of Marius Sebastian Leca. So foreigner for a foreigner, and we might see perhaps David Simbo slotting into that centre-back position. We will see how it goes. That runs out of play, will be a NEROCA throw.
I think that is where David Simbo's role becomes very important, considering the fact that he can slot in as the centre-back, considering the fact that he can play as a defensive midfielder. All of it comes in together. This looks like a decent chance here for Sreenidi Deccan. However, that has been scrambled away for a throw-in. Sreenidi Deccan will take their time. Quickly taken though. Nice 1-2 between those three players. A nice triangle in place here. And now they go forward, trying to go forward in fact, before David Simbo snatched the ball away and sends it forward. It looks like the incoming Bogdan is just trying his best to try and reach out for the ball.
Yeah, I think he's been brought on in that number 10 position, just like his jersey. Obed taking a bit of a risk there. And Bogdan has played quite a bit, of course, around Europe. Started his youth career in Roma, in fact, in Italy. And then played in the Liga 1 for quite a few teams in Cyprus. And then in Malta as well. So he is someone that will bring a bit of creativity to this NEROCA side. That's exactly what they need, because they need a goal if they are to come back into this matchup.
You know, Liam, if you ask me what do they need, I'll tell them they need a midfield in the first place. That midfield has somewhat evaporated for them. And now even their defense is disintegrating. The way, I mean, it's understandable Sreenidi Deccan has been imperiously dominant. But again, in order to try and counter that dominance, you need to have something of your own as well. And that midfield is the life and blood of your side. Any midfield is very crucial. This time though, a free kick has been awarded in favor of NEROCA FC. And it looks like it's once again a foul on Bogdan Catalin Gavrila. And NEROCA FC steering all the way from the right. Safiul on the ball, there comes the shot. However, it took a deflection along the way and it went miles in the air. Eventually, Sreenidi Deccan doing a sensational job of keeping the ball away, even though it will fall at the feet of NEROCA FC. There comes another long ranger though. Obaid quickly realizing that he'll have to come out of his line and collect the ball. He does it well enough.
A couple of shots for Saiful Rahman. He is from Calcutta and has played for the likes of Mohammedan Sporting in the I-League. Does like to move forward, likes to cut inside from that right hand side and then open it up for a shot. So we will see a bit more of that from him. Here is Lal Moia, who can shoot, but not enough space for him. But they've lost possession again. That is poor from NEROCA. A bit of space again. Jagti puts it in, but right place at the right time there for David Simbo. And a very good attempt out of nowhere. Once again, Sreenidi Deccan, this time Romavia, who will be quite disappointed that he did not hit the target. He's getting closer and closer now to that second goal.
Yeah, they're once again not really the best of clearances. And to be honest, if NEROCA FC has watched the couple of games yesterday, particularly the second one where Inter Kashi came back from almost nowhere, they should be knowing that they cannot have a moment of concentration lapse even for a second, because that can be catastrophic. And knowing Sreenidi Deccan's attacking unit, particularly with David Castaneda circling around, chances like these will galore. Here's an opportunity though. We were talking about Castaneda. He was once again at the receiving end of an electric delivery. Unfortunately, he couldn't really get himself imposing into that situation.
Yeah, but Bogdan coming up, I think, or rather coming on, I think they can try and get maybe a goal here in NEROCA that will do them a lot of confidence. But it's just looking like, unless it's a bit of individual brilliance or a mistake from Sreenidi Deccan, it might be an issue for them to get a goal, because they're not moving forward too much. Here's Safiul. Not the best ball from him. Easy pickings for Pawan. They will rotate the ball though, NEROCA. But look at that midfield. No real options to play it through. And now Sreenidi Deccan will be having one eye on a clean sheet. Halfway through this second half, that is what they would like to keep. Another shot comes in and it will go out for a corner. This is better from NEROCA.
Yes, at least something to look forward to, a set piece. And maybe shots like these will also boost up their confidence. And that's going to be the first corner for NEROCA FC. Obviously, it allows them to try and think about creating something positive. Nangamba Singh is going to be the one to whip that into the mix of things. Let's see if NEROCA can use that. However, comfortably defended there by Sreenidi Deccan, looking for a long ranger. There comes the shot. and eventually that's ballooned over the woodwork. So it's going to be another goal kick here in favor of Sreenidi Deccan.
When your right back Saiful Rahman is taking most of your shots, then that means that you're having a problem creating chances, and that has been the issue for NEROCA. Even from that set piece, you've got to try and hit someone in the box, try and hit the head rather of one of your players. Ubaid taking his time, Bogdan trying to spur on his teammates but hasn't been able to since he's come on. There's Munoz, sets it up nicely for Ramavia, who has been electric in this second half. And now Sreenidi Deccan will move forward. Ambedkar puts the ball in, but too much on it. There was a run from Rilwan and Castaneda, but Ambedkar could not get that whip that he was looking for.
Abhishek Ambedkar once again another excuse me for the same. Abhishek Ambedkar once again a very experienced player. He's been in the Indian circuit for a while.
Yes, he has. And this is exactly what you need from Sreenidi Deccan. Lots of foreigners, lots of Indians with experience and youth. So that mixture, I think they've got a side which will challenge for the league. They have been challenging for the league for the last 2 years. It's just a question of whether they will go all the way or not. Ambedkar has played for the likes of Air India, Mumbai, Minerva, Punjab, Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, Suteva Delhi, Rajasthan United, Mohammedan Sporting. So he brings so much to the table. Will be a bit of a foul there. Just in front of the ref, it's taken quickly for NEROCA. 20 minutes to play.
I think if NEROCA FC, they can get a goal here, at least that opening goal. I'm not saying that it'll completely transform their game, but that will give them a lot of confidence and that will look them something to look forward to at least. I mean, the way Sreenidi Deccan has played, NEROCA FC, they have found no stride. This one though looks to be a very decent touch. Nicely received onto the far right. Played it all the way back to Tarak Hemram. That cross could have been better.
That's exactly what Bogdan can offer. Makes those runs. And one thing I would definitely want to see from NEROCA, hopefully in this game, maybe not, but maybe going forward, is the partnership between Bogdan and Haider Awada. If they can get things going together and probably form a partnership like the likes of Castaneda and Hassan and Gabriel, then NEROCA can get some goals, which they have been lacking, of course, in this game. Time for a few substitutions now. Hassan makes his way off. Rosenberg Gabriel will also come off, and it looks like it will be Luanga, the number 6, and also Ibrahim Sissoko, who you were talking about.
Ibrahim Sissoko is an amazing player, to be honest. He's somebody who comes up with a wide array of options. And more importantly, his workload is absolutely brilliant. Because first and foremost, he keeps on shuffling between the sides. And he has this very venomous run down the central channel. So combine that with those long ranges of his, and Sreenidi Deccan, they can be on their way forward to create something magical altogether. And this looks like a very good chance. Faisal on the ball, tries to take it further forward. NEROCA barely keeping it away. And now they have done decent enough. That looks like a foul. I think a card may also come out. I'm not exactly sure because he went for that high boot. And Bogdan was trying to get slightly low and head it into his stride. And it looks like he's back on his feet. We're not exactly sure where he took the hit. Whether it's his shoulder or it's his face.
It looks
pretty
like
animated.
It looks like he's in a bit of pain, but also wants to get on with the game, which is good to see. But if it was a bit of a shot to the head, then he's got to be careful. That was Pawan Kumar who came charging in like he usually does. And quite luckily, I would say, to get away with that, with just a foul and not a yellow card. But it has been good, and that has been the intent that Sreenidi Deccan have shown with the likes of Pawan Jal. He's also a fairly experienced campaigner. Has played for Salgaonkar previously, Pune City, Churchill Brothers, Northeast, Real Kashmir and Gokulam Kerala. A lot of those teams have been in the I-League in the last few years. So he moves around a lot, but wherever he goes, he brings that stability. And that's what Sreenidi Deccan will be looking for. With Pawan, that's a bit of a clash as well. Referee decides that it has been a foul against NEROCA. It will be an orange ball.
Well, at the moment, looking at the crowds, they've also been very electric. Olin was trying to latch onto it, and then eventually it fell at the feet of Nongamba. Sreenidi Deccan very well placed in the game. Nongamba has committed a couple of fouls already. Now receives the ball nicely, a bit of push and shove out in that central zone, and eventually the referee says it's all right. Sreenidi Deccan are on their way forward once again. A slight push there, but it won't really bother Hassan. He plays it towards the far left now. Trying to get that cross in, slow pass. Does it wonderfully to keep it at his feet still. And here comes the cross. The idea was to try and go for a volley there, if I'm not too mistaken. I think he couldn't really position himself. But again, whatever he got at his feet, he went for it. In fact, a quick correction there. Sissoko coming in. It was not Hassan a few moments ago. And now NEROCA. Once again, it's Bogdan. Ever since his introduction, he's been the live wire of his team. And when he took that blow, like the urgency he showed in getting back up, that should be converting into NEROCA's style of play.
Yeah, I think moving forward, this could be the option for Jacob Joseph, the coach of NEROCA FC. Bogdan should be starting. Here's a chance for Sreenidi Deccan. Luanga just comes in, almost finds Romavia, who's always lurking. But with 15 minutes to play, NEROCA still have a bit of a sniff. That's a decent ball in. And that combination between Awada and Bogdan hasn't come yet. Maybe if you give them time from the first minute, then it could be an option. And of course, you've got the option of playing either Sebastian Leka or David Simbo as a centre-back. So that will definitely be something they can look forward to. Here is Sreenidi Deccan, who are looking forward to try and get a third goal. Chance for a cross, but there is a bit of a double team. And there is a foul spotted by the assistant. Good work from the defense.
I think Jacob Joseph, he will definitely have to first work extensively on the team's midfield and then work on the defense. He'll have to pick up one particular spot for David Simbo, whether he's going to play as a defensive midfield or as a centre back, because that is what also the clarity should be there. I mean, I'm not saying that David Simbo should have a concrete mindset that yes, this is what needs to be, or he'll probably have to slot in a particular position. But if you have the clarity, your roles also change. Here's a player who's down for NEROCA FC. I think after playing for 76 minutes, the cramps are going to get a lot more frequent.
Yeah, it might, especially because it is the first game of the season. It's also been played on an AstroTurf, which is not ideal for the muscles. Hopefully it's just a bit of cramp and nothing else. And with 13 minutes to play, it could be game, set and match for Sreenidi Deccan, but NEROCA might have a bit in them. But they've got to get a goal soon if they do. And the good thing, Rohit, is that even though this game is coming to an end, after this we've got what should be an exciting matchup. The second game of the day, another double header over this opening I-League weekend. It's Mohammedan Sporting taking on Aizawl FC, and all eyes will be on that one.
Absolutely. Aizawl FC is a very seasoned team altogether. And whenever it comes to I-League, and Aizawl FC is one such team who have equally been termed as giant slayers and at the same time giants themselves. That's a lovely ball here, and NEROCA FC tries to latch on to it, but eventually after a bit of chaos, after a bit of confusion, That's fizzled out of play. It's going to be another goal kick here for Sreenidi Deccan. And talking about Mohammedan, who's done exceptionally well in the past few years, they will also be taking the stride, hoping to kickstart their I-League campaign with a victory.
Absolutely. A victory for Real Kashmir yesterday. It might be one here for Sreenidi Deccan. It's about getting out of the gates early, especially sides who will be aiming for that top spot in the I-League. And let's not forget, there have been many teams who have come into the I-League like Sreenidi Deccan, like NEROCA themselves, and moved to the top of the table within their first season. So anything is possible in the I-League. As Luanga moves forward, decent ball in, the defense just about tidies up. And that is actually quite well done by Balwinder. Not the best of clearances. This could be number 3, Luanga! What a save! Could have tried for the side footer, went for the chip instead. But Sorampore makes another big save and just about keeps NEROCA in this matchup.
I was expecting a thunderball, to be honest. This looks like a decent through ball here. The flag has stayed down. It comes in from the left. That could have been a probing ball, but eventually the flag does go up. So the assistant referee just took a while there, tried to assess the situation and ensure the fact that there is no mistake in calling that. So yes, a good call eventually, and now it's going to be another free kick in favor of Sreenidi Deccan. A few moments ago, like the way Sreenidi Deccan almost came close, maybe a shot, a powerful strike could have been a better option. A couple of substitutions here for NEROCA FC, which will also be followed in by another substitution from Sreenidi Deccan as well. It looks like Tarak Hemram has been taken on. Tangwa Ragui, the man who scored a goal in the last encounter between these two sides. Orgo Roy has also come on, and Nongamba has been taken off. This is going to be an important couple of substitutions here for for NEROCA FC rather. Just 10 minutes of regulation time remaining, and a change here for Sreenidi Deccan as well. They have introduced the likes of Biaktia.
He is very quick, as you can see, not giving Safiul Rahman any space there. Good pressing. 10 minutes for Biaktia to impress, and the same can be said for Orgo Roy and Tangwa Ragui, but maybe a little too late for NEROCA. But with 5 substitutions, you don't mind just bringing on a couple of youngsters, giving them a taste of the I-League, especially if they get some minutes in the first game. It will be helpful for them. There's Orgo, goes down quickly and gets up quickly as well. Gets a free kick to start off his campaign.
9 minutes on the clock so far. Sreenidi Deccan will not like to concede here at any cost, because a clean sheet always does wonders, and that was the 4th foul committed by Jagdeep Singh. And he's been a sensational defender for sure. There comes the free kick opportunity, but Obaid straight away leaping over others and collecting it without breaking a sweat. And that is experience materializing for you.
He has been great today, Ubaid CK. Made saves when required, collections when called upon. Distribution has also been good as he looks for Castaneda, who has been slightly quiet in the last few minutes, David Castaneda Munoz, but don't sleep on him, because this is where he comes alive again in the last 10 minutes. Whenever the defense gets slightly tired, Bogdan now coming towards the right hand side.
It's really good to witness Bogdan almost covering the entire length of the ground. A few moments ago, he was just prowling, circling those attacking units, and now he's down to the midfield. He's playing it deep enough, just trying to ensure that he's creating as many chances as he can. Another nice long ball that was sent in but repelled away by Sreenidi Deccan.
And something that Bogdan looks like he is capable of is he's capable of taking the entire team with him. And that is something important, especially when you come in as an experienced campaigner. There's a bit of space here for Ambedkar. Cuts inside. Fancy footwork here from Byakhtia, and that could be a penalty. Yes, it is. What sort of challenge was that? I think it was Saiful Rahman unnecessarily going for the man and right in front of Akash Kumar Mehta, who makes probably the easiest decision of the game. Let's take another look.
I'm very surprised. Yeah, look at him. He was not even clean on goal actually. He had to chase the ball, and that was actually disastrous there from Saiful. And another opportunity here for Sreenidi Deccan to make it 3-0. It looks like it's going to be David Castaneda, their most prolific marksman, to try and pound it home.
Multiple goals in a couple of seasons in the I-League. David Castaneda Munoz has already got one goal, already got one assist as he steps up for Sreenidi Deccan.
We're all set for the spot kick. Castaneda, can he convert that? As cool as a cucumber, and smashes it into the left corner of the net. And Sreenidi Deccan takes a 3-0 cushion. This game is done and dusted now.
Oh, the selfies are coming out as well. I don't think that will be too welcome by the security, but great to see that from Castaneda. What a moment for these youngsters. He's got a game to play. You've got to let him go, and they do let him go. And David Castaneda Munoz casts his presence on the I-League. 2 goals and an assist, and he's also won the hearts of a few fans. Great to see that he did welcome them for that selfie. As we take another look at the penalty, no chance really for Soram. Went the other way, and was it ever in doubt, Rohit? We knew Castaneda was going to find the back of the net.
Yeah, he's a very prolific shooter as well. And he will never miss those chances. He has, and most importantly, he has a very calm head around his shoulders. That is what even makes him a lot better. This time, a possible opportunity that could have been lurking on the horizon here for NEROCA FC that was kind of squandered away due to a poor pass. Again, another ball tried to be played on to the left, finally kept under control, and now plays it back slightly. But to be honest, this has been a complete performance from Sreenidi Deccan, whether it comes to goalkeeping, whether it comes to their defense, whether it comes to an expressive artistic midfield, and eventually when it comes to finishing, they have got all the boxes ticked.
Oh, I have to agree with that point. Byakhtia also coming on and winning a penalty. Now a chance for number 4. Decent attempt, but a bit too much on it from Jagdeep Singh, who likes to get forward. And now a couple of changes on the cards as well. It looks like it will be David Castaneda Munoz coming off. Jagdeep as well. And it's time for William Alves de Oliveira, the Brazilian. Just when you said that it's been an all-round performance, don't forget that they've got players like William and also Shubhankar Adhikari who are coming on now. They are definitely big favourites this season, Sreenidi Deccan.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the kind of lineup that they have come to this game with, the kind of mindset, once again, troubles brewing here for NEROCA FC. Look at the ball possession, the difference, 58% for Sreenidi Deccan, 42% for NEROCA FC. To be honest, it pains me to see NEROCA FC in such a state. They have been one of those teams that will stun any given opposition on their heyday. But Sreenidi Deccan, the kind of football that they have played today, they thoroughly deserve this 3-0 cushion. In fact, they could have scored more as well had it not been for the goalkeeper, Mitei Soram, who's pulled off a few crucial saves. And the 3 goals that he's conceded, there wasn't much that he could have done actually when it comes to spot kick. Eventually the goalkeeper is blindsided if it's not too much for a bit of fortune going his way.
Yeah, he couldn't do much about that, and if we are being completely honest, Sreenidi Deccan have not given NEROCA a sniff. One chance which was saved really well by Ubaid, but apart from that, I think the right term to describe it, which you used, was a complete performance. They've ticked all the boxes, and now it's just about shutting up shop and getting that clean sheet. Nicely played forward by Sissoko. He's also come on and made a difference. The substitutes also doing well. So the vibe is right for Sreenidi Deccan. And you can see that with the way the fans are in the Deccan arena and with the performance that their side has given them.
I think Sreenidi Deccan, instead of just shutting shop, they may still look for a goal. The kind of intensity that they are showing, and they are still building down that central channel. There comes a long ranger, wanted to let it rip altogether, but eventually the consequential shot that would have mattered, that somewhat took an outside arc and eventually went out of play. It was Boit Lang on the shot, but not really the best of shots, to be honest.
The Luanga has been good since coming on, trying to add himself to that scorers list. Now a bit of a chance for NEROCA. Can they get one back at least? Not with that sort of a pass. And credit must be given to Bakhtia as well, getting that penalty as he came on. So that will do him a bit of confidence as well. 6 minutes look like they will be added on.
A goal kick here in favor of Sreenidi Deccan. Obeyed CK as well. He's had a sensational game. Was not really summoned into too much of action. But to be very honest, the times that he have been asked to deliver the saves, he's done it with flying colours. Just that once where he was slightly confused. A long ball coming in from NEROCA FC, and eventually they still have the possession at their feet. However, it looks like by the time they collected the ball, they broke a couple of laws there. The referee laying down the laws, telling Sreenidi Deccan to kickstart proceedings with a free kick.
It's just a matter of time. 6 minutes at the end of this one. Quite a few goal celebrations, substitutions. Thankfully not too many injuries this evening. But Sreenidi Deccan, mean business. And that will be a yellow card. Looks like it's a bit of time wasting perhaps. And it has been spotted by referee Akash Kumar Mehta, who's had a good game himself, along with his assistants, making some good calls, whether it's offsides or free kicks, and of course that penalty, which was quite blatant. And now, moving forward, NEROCA FC will have a bit of work to do. As we've mentioned, there can be a couple of subs that, or rather changes to the starting 11 that they can make. But Rohit, I think that they just need to believe in themselves more. They've been lacking a bit of confidence and belief coming into this game.
I think particularly with the likes of Bogdan in the side, who came out later as a substitute. Had he been introduced earlier, maybe things would have been different. Now, like the way initially Jacob Joseph said that he's not really well accustomed to Indian football, I believe he probably now will understand the chemistry again. Guys like Jacob Joseph, who spent a while in Malaysia, he definitely knows a trick or two, which can take oppositions by surprise. But at the moment, Sreenidi Deccan is on the prowl there, looking around for a chance. They've managed to get the ball at their feet, but eventually a bit of tussle onto that far right wing. It looks like there is a crossing space. However, that has been rippled away. Just trying to keep things under control. There comes a long ranger. That could have been a sensational strike. That was dipping menacingly there. This is why Sissoko can never be written off. He's someone who comes with a prolific flair for shooting as well.
Great shot from Sissoko, almost getting under the crossbar, and for a second Mehta was under a bit of pressure. But great work down that right hand side as well, it must be said, by Shubhankar Adhikari. Another substitute who's come on and impressed. And this is the perfect start to the campaign for Sreenidi Deccan. Not much will be changed by them. They will just keep on as they go. Here's Sissoko again towards Williams. Sissoko with a nice touch and then a shot looking for Williams again. That was almost poetic. in the way they move forward. It will still keep going on the edge of the area. A shot comes in again, but nicely grabbed by Soram. What a move by Sreenidi Deccan.
Absolutely, and Sreenidi Deccan, look at that difference. 22 shots. Out of them, 8 have been on target and 2 have been, in fact 3 of them have gone into the back of the net. But being very, very honest here, the kind of football, the kind of domination knitted together by Sreenidi Deccan has been absolutely sensational. That last spell of play is also a blazing testimony to the kind of brilliance that they have so far played. Another lovely cross. In fact, he wanted to go for the shot all by himself, but that was a very emasculated effort.
Just sticking to Sreenidi Deccan, the next few fixtures will be ones that they will expect to get 3 points from. Bogdan looking for that touch, rather back heel towards Awada, who has been impressive in junctures but hasn't got too involved. So going back to that, they face Interkashi next and then Aizawl. Both of them at home will want to pick up points there. Of course, tricky, but they can expect in this form to pick up 3 points again. And then finally they go on the road where they face Shillong Lajong.
Well, the kind of game that Interkashi played yesterday, they are a team that we saw that doesn't really give up that easy. Sreenidi Deccan, they may have a clear go on goal now. Can be a one-on-one situation. Can he convert that? It doesn't really look like he is in control, but now he's got the ball back and eventually comes in goal number 4. That should be it. The game is done and dusted. It is Biaktia, the man who won the penalty a few moments ago, is the man who smashes goal number 4 to put NEROCA FC out of their misery.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Biaktia. What a start to this game. First he made a run down the left and got the penalty, and this time could have taken a shot first time but had the composure to finally put it past the keeper. Had an option to shoot initially, had an option to pass as well, but super bit of composure from the young lad, and he makes it 4-0. A drubbing for Sreenidi Deccan. What a performance and what a moment for Biaktia.
An absolute carnage here in their home ground, Deccan Arena. A very hostile welcome for NEROCA FC. The fans as well echoing the sentiments of the players, and the players realizing what they needed to do. And eventually, both of them coming together to produce what was an absolute masterclass, eventually robbing NEROCA FC. However, NEROCA FC can have a chance here, but Sreenidi Deccan's defense, they stand tall. It looks like the whistle has been blown. It's going to be another free kick here, and in favor of Sreenidi Deccan themselves. It's just that the referee is saying, come on, let's start from the back.
11 fouls from NEROCA, but they still haven't been able to stop the formidable Sreenidi Deccan. Here Sissoko did not see a couple of on-rushers towards him. That was nicely done by Tangwa Ragwe. And with that, it is full time at Deccan Arena as it erupts just like it did with 4 goals. Sreenidi Deccan starting off their 3rd I-League season, meaning business. It's a 4-0 victory over NEROCA, who will have to go back to the drawing board and restart because it's not been the best of outings. But for the Deccan Warriors, a superb display, Rohit.
Undoubtedly, I mean, overall display and a sensational bit of football as well that all came together. Talking about the likes of David Castaneda, he was absolutely impeccable, didn't give an iota of space for the opposition to try and breathe. But even if we take out David Castaneda from this entire storyline, the likes of Faisal, the likes of Pawan Kumar, Rubaid, the way they presented themselves alongside Biaktia, who came on later and won the penalty for his side eventually before scoring in that final goal of the evening, at least with this game, it was absolutely a treat to watch the Deccan Warriors are off to a roaring start, eventually doing justice to their reputation of being one of the juggernauts of I-League. And for NEROCA FC though, they will have a lot to talk about. They will have to try and make good use of the likes of Bogdan, Ketlin, Gavrila. That's the stats for the day. 56% ball possession for Sreenidi Deccan, 44 for NEROCA. 24 shots from Sreenidi Deccan, out of which 9 were on target. Only 6 for NEROCA FC, out of which 2 were on target. 9 fouls for Sreenidi Deccan, 11 from NEROCA FC. A couple of yellow cards for Sreenidi Deccan, 1 from NEROCA FC. 5 corners for Sreenidi Deccan, just that solitary 1 for NEROCA FC. And 4 offsides. That's how the shots pan out.
24 shots in the first game. That is exactly what Sreenidi Deccan are all about this season. Castaneda Munoz with 8, he scored 2 of those. Romavia took 3, he scored 1. Jagdeep 3 as well. And 2 for Batkia, Maya, Faisal and Ibrahim Sazoko. It was a party that everyone was invited to, and they're celebrating with the rest of Deccan Arena as well. What a performance from Sreenidi Deccan. 6 shots for NEROCA. The right back Safiul Rahman taking 3 of them. That just goes to show that it was a disappointing outing from the Orange Brigade. 1 shot apiece for Haider, Tarak Hembram and Nongangba.
Well, these are the fouls. Jagdeep Singh committed 4 of them, had to take 1 for the team as well. And then Maya, Ramaya, Hassan, Faisal, Eli, Sabia. I mean, all of them committed a foul each. But all of it for the bigger cause, for the greater cause, to try and keep their team. However, for NEROCA, there were 11 fouls. Sajal Bak committing the most of them, 3 of them, 2 of them from an identical spot. And then Nongamba committing a couple of them, Safiul committing a couple of them. And the rest of the players also not really clean enough, slightly cumbersome, trying to keep Sreenidi Deccan at bay. However, at the end of it all, it was a brilliant victory for Sreenidi Deccan, wherein for NEROCA FC, a lot of lessons have to be learned, a lot of discussions need to be made. These are the highlights, and this is how Sreenidi Deccan started. That was the opening goal. An unfortunate slip up there, and eventually Faisal sending in that shrieking cross, and David Castaneda hammering it home.
And lots of chances for Sreenidi Deccan. This was the opportunity in the second half, which was flagged offside. Castaneda could have got a hat-trick if not for this one being chalked off. It was quite easily spotted by the assistant. A couple of challenges came in as well. This one from Jagdeep. Romavia with a shot which was well saved by Mehte Soram. Castaneda putting this through and setting it up on a platter for Romavia. What a great finish, no chance for the keeper. And it's been a great display from Sreenidi Deccan. A few challenges came in as well. That was Johnny Chand getting the yellow card after he came on as a substitute. David Castaneda Munoz made it 2 for himself and 3 for Sreenidi Deccan. And to put the cherry on top of the cake, it was Lal Biakliana, known as Biaktia, who got a goal coming on from the bench.
Well, that is all from this fixture though. However, the action is still not over, for a couple of seasoned campaigners will be taking the yard for the next game. That's the full-time score from Deccan Arena. Sreenidi Deccan 4, NEROCA FC 0. However, there's a crackling battle coming up between Mohammedan SC and Aizawl FC, and that starts from 7. So take a quick breather and we'll be back shortly as well.